I've been putting off making this video for a while because I didn't know quite what to say, so I'm just going to say it. I'm no longer making content using the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live or the Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. I'm going paper only, baby. Pure cardboard bliss. Now, I know this channel was largely built using the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and then the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, and most recently, the Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. However, those games are not what I am passionate about when it comes to the Pokemon TCG. I am passionate about meeting up with friends and playing games, being creative, and having fun. And I think that the amount of time that I was spending with those digital games was holding me back from the kind of content that I want to be producing here in 2025. You see, this last year, I turned 36 years old, so things are starting to get pretty existential around here. What am I going to be doing when I'm 40 or 45 or 50? Am I still going to be booting up the digital Pokemon TCG client and playing silly deck on Twitch and YouTube? No, but that doesn't mean that I'm done having fun or creating silly content or playing bad decks. I'll get to all that in a second. As you can see, I'm in my new studio space, and I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded a video here on YouTube. It's because I've been working my butt off getting this space up and running and ready to produce from, and it is finally all set and ready to go. I've already been streaming League nights here at Full Grip Games from the new Full Grip Games stage. Just recently, Full Grip Games opened a brand new storefront and tournament hall, complete with a feature match stage for me to produce events from. This is a dream come true for me. I was able to pretty much build this exactly how I want from the ground up. And it's still a work in progress, but all of the pieces are there. And eventually, I am confident that I'm going to be producing the best TCG locals anywhere on the internet. So that's one of my goals for 2025, is to get this thing running perfectly and to have a ton of fun doing it and getting to showcase the local talent here in Akron, Ohio, as well as anyone who travels in for our release weekend events. Full Grip has also brought back our huge cash doubleheader release weekend events, starting this March 29th and 30th with the Journey Together doubleheader. We've got a $3,000 cash Journey Together standard event happening on March 29th and a $1,000 cash Gym Leader Challenge Journey Together event happening on March 30th, and I'm going to be producing the whole thing here from my new studio. It's going to be awesome, and there's plenty more of that on the way here on Tricky Gym. But I'm not just producing live tournaments now. I'm actually going to be ramping up my YouTube production and creating some really cool, unique, and creative YouTube videos featuring Pokemon cards. I actually just started a new YouTube channel, Tricky Hideout, where I'm going to be uploading fun, casual, personality-driven Pokemon TCG content. I just released my first video on that channel, so if you want an idea of the kinds of stuff that I'm going to be releasing there, definitely make sure to go check it out. I see Tricky Hideout as a way for me to continue making silly decks and having fun, doing goofy strategies in a really casual and accessible way that anybody could watch and think is a good time. So that's kind of where I'm going to be channeling all of my goofiness and silliness. If you feel like you're going to be missing that part of the channel where I would just goof around playing a stupid deck, well, don't worry. There's going to be plenty of bad decks getting showcased on Tricky Hideout and plenty of silly strategies, but it's all going to be in paper, and there's going to be a large focus on personality, traveling places, meeting people, and doing wacky challenges within the realm of the Pokemon TCG. So that's Tricky Hideout. Here on Tricky Gym, we're going to be doing some really cool stuff as well. You could expect more video essays from me, kind of like my top 20 toxic cards video that I released in January, as well as Pokemon TCG challenges like the Lightning All-Star Challenge I did with Jesse Parker. I'm going to continue doing set reviews, retro content, and I'll continue opening the newest product from Japan when it gets released, and then showcasing those cards in new decks before they're released on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. And I think that's one huge benefit to creating paper content over the digital content, is that I'll be able to showcase those new strategies before the cards are released on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. So I'm definitely going to continue doing that. With all of these changes, my stream schedule is also changing. For the last 6 years or so, I've gone live nearly every weekday, and most weekdays I just played the digital games, and then after stream, I would try to piece together YouTube videos. That part of my career is over. I still plan on going live about 3 days a week, but the daily TCG live streams where I'm just online live for 5 hours at a time every single day, that part I cannot continue doing anymore. I started to get burnt out on going live every day, and I felt like spending so much time live actually detracted from the amount of time that I could put into the videos that I'm really passionate about making right now. So I plan on being live about 3 days a week. I'll definitely be live on Wednesday and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to go live for the Full Grip Standard Tournament and the Full Grip Gym Leader Challenge Tournament, which we have for our league nights every week. And then I'll host about one guest per week here in the studio, and we'll either play future formats using Japanese cards or Gym Leader Challenge or maybe some retro stuff. If you want to keep up with what all of my planned streams are, you can do that in the Tricky Gym Discord under the Stream Schedule channel. I'm also dual streaming now on both Twitch and YouTube, so you can catch me live on either twitch.tv/TrickyGym or the Tricky Gym Live YouTube channel. You can also watch all of my live streams after the fact on the Tricky Gym Live YouTube channel. So that's a new way to watch Tricky Gym. Change is not easy, and I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. So thank you so much for continuing to follow along with where the channel is going. I'm also incredibly thankful for my sponsors, Full Grip Games and Dragon Shield, for continuing to support the direction that I take my content. Now that I'm done with the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, it's more important than ever that my decks are sleeved up in the best sleeves for your favorite tabletop games. That's right, Dragon Shield sleeves. I've got a whole shelf dedicated to my favorite Dragon Shield sleeves right here in the new studio. If you want to continue supporting the channel while also getting the best sleeves for your decks, head over to dragonshield.com, use code TrickyGym at checkout, and you'll receive 5% off your order. Shopping with Dragon Shield directly supports the content that I create here on Tricky Gym. So thank you so much for shopping at dragonshield.com. Also, if you're looking for an opportunity to play our new post-rotation Journey Together format before you can anywhere else, make sure to check out fullgripgames.com. We've got event registration live now, and space is limited. We've got about 100 players signed up for both the Standard and Gym Leader Challenge events so far, with a capacity of about 150. So if you want to make the trip out, it would be a ton of fun. We'd love to have you participate, and maybe you'll even get a chance to play on the Tricky Gym live stream. Well, I think that about does it. More videos coming soon, I promise. I just got to edit them. And now that I'm finally done moving, I can actually work on that. I'll see you next time.